All right, welcome back to my was EDR home project. Where we left off last, we were investigating this host Win10 VM1. We had found that there were administrator credentials that were harvested along with several others in a password spray attack, and that they had created a new John Doe administrator kind of imposter account for persistence. And now I want to look to see if we have any suspicious network connections taking place. And the reason I want to do that is because I remember in one of my trainings at Anti-Siphon, they talked about that malware can hide, especially sophisticated malware. But the only time it's hard to hide is when it reaches out on a network connection, because almost all malware is going to try to reach out to some type of C2 control server. We see actually there are three. So there are network connections that have taken place. In fact, 32% of our event IDs is an event ID number 3. So let's take a look at, let's see what that is. I do have a resource that we can use. This is a malware back connection port. It's a little cheat sheet that I got from a Try Hack Me room. And so maybe if we see a suspicious port, then we'll kind of look in there and do some research. All right. Let's see what we have. Destination port 445. I think that's server message block. That's different. And I know I can tell by the address that this is a link local address. So this is a layer 2 IPv6 address, I believe. All right there. So we have our source, and look at that. They're both layered 2 IPv6s, and they're the same exact IP address. So this is, confusing to me, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what to make of this yet in my limited experience. But we have, it looks like some type of network connection has started, and it's a layer 2 link local IPv6, and it's going back to itself on destination port 445. We're going to keep on investigating this a little bit. Maybe this is where I'd look and see what these IPs are. Here to be any C2 connections ongoing right now. Maybe we would look at some different logs to figure it out. In fact, let's do that. Let's look at Suricata. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll just see something interesting. And we didn't see anything. So a little disappointing. No Suricata logs, or maybe that's a good thing. Just to recap, again, I feel there is no evidence so far that there was an external C2 beacon connection, at least not from this host. And we'll do that same process at a couple other hosts. All right, one thing I was thinking too, as we investigate this host Win10 VM1, is we can use DNS as a tool. I've heard a lot of great stuff in different trainings, especially from one called AC Hunter Active Countermeasures Community Edition. And they really use the fully qualified domain names to kind of figure out, is there a possible C2 or exfil channel going out by looking at the DNS logs, and especially looking for things that are kind of like an uncommon FQDN. We'll see a high number of resolutions to it, especially if it's only coming from a small number of users. So again, an abnormal FQDN and an abnormal amount of resolutions going to it from a very small amount of users. That would be something suspicious. So I'm not sure what we're going to find. Let's see what we can do. I'm just going to light up everything that has anything to do with DNS in it. So, and this might not be the right tool, to be honest with you, but it's here. It's these fields are here. So let's just use them. Let's just see what they do. And so far, nothing. So that's a little disappointing. Or maybe, again, that's good. Maybe nothing is reaching out.